as the House committee investigating the attack on the U.S. Capitol by extremist supporters of Donald Trump prepares to start public hearings next week. The former president called on January 6, 2021. Trump spoke in Wyoming on Saturday night in support of the Republican primary challenger and to Liz Cheney. Addressing the subcapacity crowd at in Casper for Republican Harriet Hageman, Trump slammed Cheney, saying, "As one of the nation's leading proponents, Liz Cheney has pushed a grotesquely false, fabricated, hysterical part." He added, "Look at the so-called word, January 6, what a lot of crap." Trump was impeached by the House of Representatives a week after a violent mob broke into the U.S. Capitol to try in vain to prevent a joint session of Congress certified. Trump was accused of inciting the because he held a near the White House that morning, during which he urged the crowd to go to the Capitol and fight like hell. Then as the violent mob, many carrying Trump banners, broke into the Capitol and rampaged through corridors, offices and chambers, attacking vastly outnumbered police officers and sending Democrats and Republicans fleeing for their lives, Trump ignored calls from colleagues and relatives to publicly call his supporters off and only hours later went on TV mildly. Trump was acquitted at his impeachment trial by the U.S. Senate. A bipartisan Senate report later linked 7 deaths to the Capitol attack on January 6. Lawmakers called for an independent commission to be created, similar to one set up after the terrorist attacks on the U.S. on September 11, 2001, to investigate the events on and leading up to January 6 and the involvement of the Trump Republicans in the Senate that move. So the House last summer formed a select committee to investigate, chaired by the Mississippi Democratic Congressman Benny Thompson but also including Republicans Adam Kinzinger and Cheney, the daughter of former Vice President. The committee has since gathered mountains of evidence and taken testimony from numerous witnesses behind closed doors, while being stonewalled by many senior Republicans. The committee is due to hold a series of public hearings beginning 9th of June and expects to present a report before in November. Separately, the Department of Justice is also investigating events on and surrounding the Capitol attack, led by the U.S. Attorney General, Merrick Garland. Late on Sunday, the committee suffered a setback in its efforts to access, before the hearings, a set of internal Republican National Committee documents relating to possible actions to boost slice that was from Trump that may have ginned up the mob on 6th of January. A legal battle over the desired materials may not be resolved for several months. At the in Wyoming, Trump appeared to lament the treatment of those arrested for taking part in the Capitol attack, while falsely claiming that anti-fascist and Black Lives Matter movement anti-racism activists "Look what they're doing to these people," he said. More than 800 people have been charged with federal crimes relating to the riot on January 6, in the biggest federal criminal investigation since the 9/11 terrorist attack. At least 300 have already pleaded guilty, mostly to misdemeanors, and nearly 200 have been sentenced. Approximately 100 others have trial dates. In the latest court cases, Matthew Mark Wood, of North Carolina, pleaded guilty last Friday to charges that he stormed the Capitol, including a felony charge of obstructing an official proceeding, and will be sentenced. He entered the Capitol by climbing through a smashed window and followed others who had overcome police through corridors and into the office of the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. Also last Friday, Matthew Joseph Buckler, of Maryland, pleaded guilty and will be sentenced in July for parading, or picketing in a Capitol building after also entering through a window breached by. It was ruled in court that the former top leader of the far-right, violent group the Proud Boys, Henry Enrique Tarrio, will remain jailed while awaiting trial on charges that he conspired with other members of the extremist. Tarrio, a South Florida resident, has been indicted on charges including conspiracy,